Alright guys, what's been done to the hatch since the last time I made a video about it. And honestly, I'm kind of just going over everything as I stated before in the last video. I am in a parking lot with a lot of light. Now we're gonna kind of go over all the suspension stuff. Take off your seatbelt. So we can kind of start from the front and work our way towards the back. Alright. Alright, so we're going to start up from the front, work our way towards the back of the car. Obviously up front, all we really have is the Megan Racing upper or front strut brace. Nothing crazy. It ties up to the strut mounts as it should. They have a Cusco one as well, but the thing I don't like about the Cusco one is like where it ties up, basically. If that makes any sense. It kind of covers this area here instead of tying to the actual strut mounts. So that's why I went with this one. This was really the only one available. Again, when I bought the car, same thing with the intake from the last video. But now, you know, there's obviously the Cusco one that I mentioned that I'm not really a big fan of. There's TB Performance, which I have some of their products. We'll get to that in a second. Where they have one where it's a little further back and it covers more the coil packs instead of the oil fill cap. So yeah, that's pretty much what I have up front. Now, if I can get the phone in here, I might be able to see the RSR Super Downs up in there. It's giving me a hard time. We can see them in the back though. They're right there, kind of behind the caliper. Right there. Those are the RSR Super Downs. Those are the lowering springs that I have that drop the car 2 inches, which kind of gives it the stance that it has now. Yeah, not too bad. Let me shut off the car. While we're down there, we'll go ahead and take a peek at everything else that I have. So ignore these. These were added by the exhaust shop to kind of prevent the exhaust from wiggling, and it really didn't do much at all. So there's that. So I showed you guys the RSR Super Downs. Now if we get down here, that gray bar right there, that's the Progress 27mm adjustable rear sway bar. That really improved the car, to be honest. I'm very happy with that purchase. I have more pictures of it on my Instagram, as well as everything else that's down here. This TB Performance, they call it a rear traction bar. I just installed that the other day, and that helped out a good amount. I took the car out to Patterson the other night and it handled really well. It's hard to see because of the plastics, but those are the Cusco rear power braces. Those help out a good amount too. It's all just tying up the chassis together at the end of the day, and it really does. It helps a lot as far as keeping the car stable, you know. I have pictures of all of this. This plastic had to be cut to fit the TB Performance traction bar. See, I couldn't have installed any of that myself. So a huge shout out to Christian, my buddy Christian. He's the one that installed the sway bar, the TB Performance traction bar, the Cusco rear power braces. I did the Megan Racing front strut brace myself. That was a bit of a task because you do have to remove the wipers in the front cowl to access the strut bolts to get everything on there. That's another one of those things that I wish I could have made a video of, but I just didn't have the time. This bar right here is the hatch brace or the trunk brace from TB Performance Products as well. So you can see there. This I installed myself. You kind of just, you know, tie it to that there. Very simple install. Took me 15 minutes. After figuring out, you have to remove this plastic to be able to install it, and then you can put it back on. It gave me a little more trouble because of this thing, but yeah, besides that, it was pretty easy install. I want to do more bracing, honestly. There's the Cusco front brace that they have, but TB Performance also has a front brace, so I'm not 100% sure which one I want to do. I guess at this point it's more about clearance from the ground as far as like speed bumps and stuff go, because I am on the RSR Super Downs, a 2-inch drop, and while I don't bottom out on everything, I do bottom out sometimes depending on the speed bump, the height of the speed bump, stuff like that. So that's kind of my worry, if the TB Performance one is going to clear it. If not, I know for a fact that the Cusco one will clear it because it can hide under the plastics. I want to do the front sway bar, but I know that's a task itself because you have to drop the subframe for that. You don't have to drop it completely, but you have to drop it, you know, loosen the bolts a little bit, let it fall down a little bit, and to be able to wiggle the sway bar in there. I have a list on my phone. My mind is kind of blank right now. The car, I want to get a GoPro, an inside the car GoPro video of when I go to Patterson with my buddy Vince. Usually go every now and then. You know, this car from factory handles really well. And with everything I've done, when I did the springs, I noticed a difference. When I did the sway bar, I noticed a difference. When I did the Cusco rear braces, when I did the trunk brace, the front strut brace, the traction bar, I noticed the difference each time. It was a very minimal difference because you're not going to notice it in everyday driving, but you're going to notice it when you hit those corners really hard. And you know, that's what we do on Patterson. We hit the corners pretty hard. So I mean, good suspension and good tires will go a long way, but the bracing helps tie the car together. I'm trying not to look like a crazy person just talking to my hatch. So, you know, there's cars driving by. I'm in a Publix parking lot. Honestly, like I said, I have, you know, pictures and descriptions of everything that I've done on my Instagram. So if you don't already follow me on my Instagram, go check it out. I think that's pretty much it. All I have to talk about in this video for the suspension stuff. It's not a lot. I have more that I want to do, and eventually I want to switch from springs to the RSR coilovers. Only thing that's about $1,800 to $2,000. So it's gonna be a while before I get to that. But it's definitely something I want to do. At some point I'll get to that. Not anytime soon. I have other stuff I want to focus on. I want to get the car tuned eventually. So, you know, it's a work in progress. I'm not showing how to install them, unfortunately. I wish I had the time and the resources and the tools to go ahead and show you how to install everything. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. I'll be more than glad to help. The traction bar on the back, it's pretty straightforward. If you have the XSE with the plastics, you either have to remove the plastics or trim it the way my buddy Christian did. And I have pictures of that on my Instagram as well. This trunk brace, super simple to do. Like I said, I had a little trouble because of the sub, but it's honestly just very easy. You just gotta lay the seats down flat and install it and you're good to go. The rear sway bar is pretty simple as well. If you get the Progress, it comes with bushings and the brackets and everything, so you're good to go on that. I hope you guys enjoy the video. I know it's It's just kind of going over what I have done to the car. It's not really informative. It's not a how-to. But, you know, I thought I'd just catch you guys up because I'm so far behind. And by the time I upload this video, I'll probably have to do another update video because I've probably done a few more things. So, yeah, anyways, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. And have a good one. Peace.